How are you guys? I am so excited. So this is the end of week 1. Woo! Congratulations. I'm so proud of all of your hard work and everything you guys have accomplished this week. It has been just unbelievable. I'm so happy. So today I just wanted to wrap things up and then we're going to move right into week 2, and I'm so excited. This is going to be a really powerful week. But I wanted to just kind of talk about some of the things that, you all have been emailing me and messaging me on Facebook, and we've had a lot of great conversations, and so these are some of the things that have come up. So when we're talking about constraint and congruency and honoring your word, a lot of what's been coming up for you all is this idea that if you focus on yourself and what you want and your dreams, that somehow you are showing up not as your highest self to people you love, that you're going to be less of a mother, less of a wife, less of a friend. And here's what I want to explain to you. You've all been on flights, I'm sure, and you've all heard this analogy where they say, if the cabin loses pressure, and the face masks drop, put yours on first and then help someone else. And the reason for that is because you can't help someone if you can't breathe. You can never show up as your true highest self if you don't take care of yourself first. If you don't take time for yourself, for your development, for your education, if you don't heal yourself, if you don't do things for you, number one, then you can't help other people. You can't show up as your highest self. You can show up as part of yourself. And the people in your life, they may love the part of yourself that you are right now. They may love that. It may be amazing. But don't make a decision for your life based out of not wanting to lose what you have now, because it could be so much better, right? They could be happy with the part of you that they have now, but imagine how they would feel if they had all of you. Just really sit there and imagine that for a second. If your husband had all of you, as in you as your highest, happiest self all the time, really imagine that. Now imagine what it would be like to show up for your children that way. Not tired, not overwhelmed, not frustrated, not annoyed at them or angry at them because your patience level is running low because you aren't taking care of yourself. Really stop and take that in. What would that be like at home? If you just were happy all the time and you had time management and you didn't feel overwhelmed and you felt in complete control of your life, and you were in so much control that you could actually go above and beyond what you do now and still not feel overwhelmed and still be 100% present in the moment and not tired and exhausted and thinking about other things, but in the moment that you could have time to be romantic with your husband or your partner. Really think about that, because you can only get to that place through the path I'm showing you. And I know that because I've done it. I've been that person that struggles to be present, that struggles to do everything, that everything is just feeling like time is just running through your hands like sand. I've been there. I know what it feels like to not, feel like you have control at all in your life. And when I started doing these tools, I started taking back more and more and more of my own power. And I was able to show up for people in a whole different way. It was like they could meet the real me. The me that doesn't have fear, the me that isn't overwhelmed, the me that is in control of my life. That's who I really am. And the people who are in my life, they don't love me less because I changed. They love me more because I can show up more for them. I can be a better person for them. I can be stronger for them. When they're in pain, I can help them. And it all starts because I took time. It was an adjustment. I did take time for myself. I pulled back a little. And I healed myself and took care of me. But when I was able to show back up, it was more powerful than ever before. My coach asked me to do a list of 101 things last year that I wanted to accomplish. And then at the end of the year, she asked me to write down all the things on the list that I was able to make happen, and then the things that I did that weren't even on the list, and to just write down everything I did for the year. And I was blown away. I mean, blown away. I accomplished so much that it's indescribable. I worked full-time. I went to the coaching school. I got certified, which was a vigorous, grueling 3-month process. I just don't even know how I did it and worked full-time. I practiced coaching for like 100 hours. I also spent that time educating myself. So I was listening to podcasts. I read like 15, 20 books last year, not counting the audiobooks I was listening to and the podcasts I was listening to, the TED Talks I was watching, the YouTube videos, the research I was doing. I created podcasts for my company. I was a national support specialist, so I was traveling around helping other people. I launched my business and had to network and get clients and develop content, start my website. I did all of this while working on my relationship because I wanted it to be amazing, while taking care of a special needs dog, and I did not miss one family function. I was there. My brother got honored as the top 100 student at IUPUI, and I was there for his honoring ceremony. I was there for his graduation. I spent 3 days creating a baby shower for my sister, hand making everything. 3 days, 3 full days, and then I threw her the most amazing shower, handmade the food. It was so much fun. Did that. Was at a baby reveal party for her. I was at the birth of my niece coming to life. I was at birthday parties. I didn't miss any friend events. Like, I was there for everything. And I sit there and think, how did I do that? Like, how I spent my birthday with my nephew. I spent it in Indianapolis with my friends. I took a trip to Florida with my other group of friends. I celebrated in Kentucky. How did I do all of that and not lose my mind? And the only thing I can say is I followed these tools. And when you do these tools, you have more energy, you have more clarity, you have more time, you have more direction. Everything kind of clicks and you're able to make everything work. And I made more money this year than I've ever made in my life. Made more money, created more happiness, was more present in my life, did more things, and I will tell you, I also spent more downtime for myself than I've ever spent. I spend a lot of downtime. People are shocked, but I don't overwork myself. I take a lot of days for myself. And the only way I can explain that is I really have a grasp of these tools, and I continuously work on them still, different levels. We talked about it in the Honoring Your Highest Self video. Like, that was another wake-up call for me. I took it even deeper to honor myself even higher, to show up even better. So there's different levels of it too. So that's the one thing, as I really want to tell you, if you take time for yourself, you are just going to show up better and happier and more present and more effective. Your brain, it's scientific proof, it operates 33% more efficiently when it's happy. Your neurons fire faster, they connect better, so you're able to just like create a lot going on in your mind, come up with ideas, come up with solutions. Everything just works more efficiently. Happier people, it's Sean Acker's work. If you haven't heard of Sean Acker, look him up. He has an amazing TED Talk. Happy people get more things done. Happy people in the workplace create more efficiency. So the idea is to keep you happy. That's why I also talk about choosing things. Even if you're not choosing your business, choose whatever you do, feel good about it so that you're in that space where your brain is 33% more efficient. It's all about being happy with your choices and not staying in any sort of regret or negative feeling. So then the next thing I want to talk about, and it goes kind of right along with this, sorry, I'm kind of moving my camera a little bit, letting go. This is a really hard one, and this is just something that was the hardest lesson for me and the deepest lesson for me, is that in order to receive new things in your life, in order to grow, in order to change, you have to let go of a lot. So that can mean a lot for different people. For me, it meant letting go of people who didn't support my passion and my purpose and didn't help me align with my highest self. People, and that's very few people, just so you know, but people who, my ex-boyfriend, who just, it wasn't fueling my highest self to be in that relationship. So it was very hard because I was very happy, but I had to let it go. And on a different scale, letting go of a lot of excuses I was telling myself, things like I can't, I don't know how, I'm not that kind of person. I don't have that ability. I don't have that time. I don't have the energy. This, and this. For me, even, at the beginning of last year, I was suffering from so much back pain. I was having really a lot of problems with my sciatic nerve, and I wouldn't be able to stand sometimes for more than 15 minutes at a time before I had to sit down and rest. And I found something that really changed my life, and I really believed that pain was coming from my brain. I was manifesting my stress that way, and I chose to let that go. I just chose to just let the belief go that I was in pain. I chose to let the belief go that I had stress. I just chose to let it go, and I cannot explain to you the pain went away. I went from not being able to stand for more than 15 minutes at a time that it's just not there anymore. So I let go of stories that I told myself that I deeply, deeply believed. My mom, my grandma, there's lots of people in my family that suffer from back pain, and I just believed that was part of my story too until I healed it within myself. I let go of victim mentality, believing that life was happening to me and not for me, believing that, excuse me, my voice is so hoarse today, believing that the world was holding back its treasures for me and giving it to other people. That if somebody else succeeded, it meant there was less success available for me. That's hard to say out loud, but that is something that deep down a lot of us deal with. A lot of envy, a lot of jealousy. I had to let go of, things like shopping, things that I really enjoyed that were indulgent. I don't shop anymore. I had to let go of the way I spent my time. I let go of one of my passions is cooking, and I know that one day I'm gonna have a cookbook. That is on my list of things. In 10 years, I will have a cookbook that's sold on store shelves. I'm putting that out there in the universe. But right now, I just choose to not indulge in that passion and that hobby so that I can build this right now. So I've had to let go of a lot of things to receive things in, and I even had to let go of, beliefs, stories, just things I really enjoyed doing and buying and spending my time on. I had to make a choice. Remember when we talk about choices, and I had to say, I choose my dream life, the one that I know I'm supposed to live, my purpose and my passion. I choose that over any instant gratification. And it's been a very slow process, and I would say I'm about 1.5 years into that, and I'm still, now I'm just letting go of really big things that I have been holding on to for a while, but when you release those things, it's incredible. In fact, I'll just tell you a quick story, and then we'll wrap it up. But for my birthday, we went to Florida, me and my coach and my best friend and their partners, and they threw this amazing celebration for me when I turned 30 at Bongo's Cuban Cafe in downtown Disney, and they had all these beautiful balloons, black and pink, and when we were walking out of the restaurant, my coach grabbed me and she said, I want you to release these balloons one at a time, and every time you release them, I want you to release something in your life that you don't want to take into your 30th year. I was like, whoa, okay, I've had a couple drinks. I wasn't prepared for this, but it ended up being one of the most incredible experiences of my life. I had just gone through my breakup, and the very first balloon I let go, I didn't even have to tell them. Tears just streamed down my face, and I just let go of my relationship. I just let it go. And it was just gone. It was such a symbolic moment, but it really was. I just let go of 6 years of being with someone. And then I started letting go of little things here and there. And we joke because the last balloon I let go of was resistance. And it got stuck in the Disney Quest sign. So I was like, okay, maybe resistance. I'm ready to let go of it, but it's not ready to let go of me. I'm not really sure. But I let go of a lot of things, and I don't remember all of what they were, but just that symbolic gesture. So maybe today you could go out and just take a walk and really just, put your hand out in the air and just hold it, hold whatever it is that you want to let go. Hold it really tight in your hand and really imagine it and visualize it, and then let it go in the air. Just let it go. For New Year's Eve, Kevin and I, we wrote down things that we wanted to let go of for the next year. Same kind of concept. We wrote down all the things we didn't want to bring into 2016, and then we took them outside and burned them and just watched them burn up into the air. And it was really cool. Although it was freezing cold and very windy, so we had to light it. It took us about an hour. We had to keep relighting them. And then we finally, I think, had to go to his garage and like finish lighting it. And I'm like, oh, now we're going to burn the house down, trying to let things go. But and then we also made a list of things we wanted to bring in. So if you decide to let go of some things, then whatever you decide, for everything you decide to let go, then decide to bring something in. Decide to receive something as well. So, wow, I just got like a lot deeper into that than I planned to today, but that is perfect. It's fantastic. I hope that you enjoy it. So we're heading into week 2. First of all, if you're watching this and you haven't decided to sign up, it's just your last chance. It's just it. So sign up. Let's do this thing together. And if you're going to be, I'm going to send out an email with the new conference line, so look for that. And we have a couple of people that have volunteered to coach live on the call tonight, so that's going to be really exciting. And be prepared to talk about fear and love and intention today. Woohoo! I can't wait to talk to you guys tonight. Let me know how it's going. I'm only hearing fantastic stories, so I just can't wait. Love you all. Bye.